प्रचोदितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं तथा स्वापदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोर्वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सगण रघुनाथ सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधाकृष्ण पादान् सगण श्री ललिता श्री विशाखानुत्तमं च नम ओं विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वदेव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य सारिणे ओम ओम वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण। हे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य गौरत्विषे नमः। ओम नमो ब्राह्मण देवाय गो ब्राह्मणिताय च जगतिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयं उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भावत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैतिकी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So good morning. Welcome to Bhagavatam class. So today's um, today's Bhagavatam class is Canto 3, chapter 14, verse number 21. Na Navyam pravasta tham tvam anukartum griheshwari apyayushva katsyena yechanye guna grindavaha. Synonyms: na, never; vayam, we; prabhava, are able; tham, that; tvam, onto you; anukartam, to the same; griheshwari, O queen of the home; api, in spite of; ayush, ayushya, the duration of life; va, in the next life; tat sena, entire; ye, who; cha, also; anye, others; guna, grandnavaha, those who are able to appreciate qualities. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. O Queen of the home, we are not able to act like you, nor could we repay you for what you have done, even if we worked for our entire life or even after death. To repay you is not possible, even for those who are admirers of personal qualities. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. So much glorification of a woman by her husband indicates that he is henpecked or is taking lightly in joke. Kashyapa meant that householders living with wives enjoy the heavenly blessing of sense enjoyment and at the same time have no fear of going down to hell. The man in the renounced order of life has no wife and may be driven by sex desire to seek another woman or another's wife and thus go to hell. In other words, the so-called man of the renounced order who has left his house and wife goes to hell if he again desires sexual pleasure, knowingly or unknowingly. In that way, the householders are on the side of safety. Therefore, husbands as a class cannot repay their debts to women, neither in this life or in the next, even if they engage themselves in repaying the woman throughout their whole life. It is still not possible. Not all husbands are as able to appreciate the good qualities of their wives, but even the one is able to appreciate these qualities, it is still not possible to repay the debts of the woman. Such extraordinary praise by husband for the wife are certainly in the mode of joking. So, uh, in previous we have seen uh, um, um, Diti, the wife of Kashyap Muni, for begetting the children. So, so Kashyap Muni was actually glorifying the his wife's qualities. And Prabhu, I'm not really prepared for this class at all. So forgive me, Prabhu. I'll just uh, so so I mean, he tried to oblige her request, but at the same time, the following verses, he conveys that I mean, it's not the right time. While he acknowledges all her sacrifices and what she has done as a good wife, following a very following the rules and regulations, and doing so many sacrifices for her. He acknowledges her and praises her, but at the same time, in the following verses, he conveys that um, what is, I mean, what 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 is the right time and what not. I mean, this. So let's focus on. I mean, I can just have few things to pick up from this verse, like before. Um, So one thing that we can clearly make out from this verse is like um, it the I mean the when we look at the I mean in this verse, it's actually everybody in the society has a prescribed duty to do, and if everyone acts accordingly, uh, then I mean the relationship becomes very valuable. Like the husband and wife support each other, complement each other, which is expected, right? Like, I mean, when the wife is not really serious in her spiritual practices, right? She can automatically pull down the husband. So, so the thought to be put, I mean, to put here is like marriage is actually, I mean, the marriage is meant for spiritual advancement, and it's not meant for the sense gratification only. I mean, so 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 I mean, of the four ashramas, I mean, at least sense gratification, I mean, here in this verse we can clearly see like I mean, since gratification activities, enjoyment is actually allowed in the growth ashram, which is the safest ashram, while at the same time, one should also, I mean, one should be very careful when they are, I mean, when they are engaged in the activities. It should be, I mean, uh, what I would say. Maybe Prabhu, you can add more points. I'm completely off. I was not at all prepared for today's class at all. To
No problem, Prabhu. You can share. I think all of the devotees only. So yeah, you know every one of them.
I didn't expect my. I mean, today is my class at.
Dandavat Pranam, Srinivas Prabhu.
Sorry.
A couple things I just want to express.
Mm.
Initially, when I started my Bhagavatam class, right, we thought I am not prepared, we are not doing, I did not read this verse, etc. Actually, the more you hear, Prabhu,
Mm.
you speak from your heart and realizations. That actually, if you really look at all the acharyas, of course, they'll refer the Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, but their realizations will touch everybody's heart.
Mm.
So I will say something. It's not that you prepared or not prepared. The way you are doing services, right? The way you are doing services. One example, Vaisheshika Prabhu told us once. A person, he is not that a speaker. He always do a kirtan. He doesn't do anything much other than that. And he went to LA. Vaisheshika Prabhu went to LA once. In LA, one of the speakers, he saw, oh, he's a kirtaniya. I never heard him speaking. And he sat and heard his lecture. It's one of the best lectures, he said. So it's not that I am a great speaker, I'm a this and that. Because the how you connect Krishna with that love, you're expressing others. You're actually realizing what you're giving whatever the expressions you have in your heart, you are just opening up and telling, this is what I have. So based on the verse, yes, based on the verse, it might be prepared, not prepared. But whatever you understand, just express in your heart. The way this verse says that he is glorifying his wife. So there are many aspects in it. One
Mm.
is we never glorify our spouse. Number one. Now forget about this scenario and what he is talking. But if you see wife appreciating husband, husband appreciating wife, it's a it's a big thing. Normally they don't because it's an egoistic. I am better than you are better than who are you, right? So when a person starts appreciating means he realizes that he's actually it's like this. One person is there. No, I'll go touch my somebody's feet. What does that mean? That means I'm actually um, bringing down my ego. The same way, if somebody is appreciating means, that means he's actually crushing his ego, that is coming out of that ego, especially with our husband and wife in one aspect. Correct? In that way, in this scenario, it is different, right? Kashyapa Muni is doing something different. But in general, if you really see, wife appreciating husband, husband, wife appreciating wife, it's in the service of something. Correct? It's very difficult. I can always chastise, I can always yell, but appreciating one in front of others, it's a big thing. Yes, even within our devotees, you see, hey, Prajalpa is always there. I can do this. I can. Oh, you know what? In two people sitting together in an office, always talks about the other person. If the person is not there, he will always talk with the other person. But if you really look at our own family, I never appreciated my wife in front of others. Of course, I am realizing like that. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
so just like that, it's you come out of with your heart, whatever your realizations. That is what you can give a class. So don't think that I'm not prepared. Just understand, pray Guru and Krishna. This is my 2 cents from my understanding, Prabhu. Just keep going the way you services, the way you are doing, my God, to the community. It's unbelievable. We are actually indebted to you the way you are doing. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. I'll take your advice, but I'm completely off today morning. I'm sorry, I couldn't justify this class.
No, Prabhu. You think, thank you, Balram Prasad, Prabhu. Suggestions. I know all of us are in
But
the same.
I would like just to speak on this verse. I mean, it's a very beautiful verse. I mean, it gives a lot of importance on the relationship between wife and husband, and the importance of growth ashrama, where how one can elevate. I mean, one can elevate from the lower modes to raise to the mode of goodness, right? And that's very important, especially um, uh, performing so many activities which in the service of Lord, and elevating our conscious to the higher modes. So, yeah. Mm.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhu,
Sorry,
your
I'm
voice is
having
coming very low. Is it for me, or are you able to hear him, Srinivas Charan, Prabhu?
I can hear you, Prabhu. My voice is low, or
No,
I was.
Vamshidhar, Prabhu.
Can you hear me okay, Prabhu, now?
So I think so. Yeah. Go ahead.
Uh, I'm sorry, Prabhu. I'm having some internet issues here, so I was, trying to work out where's the best location to get the signal. I missed your initial part of 10 minutes. Can you just give a slight glimpse of it, Prabhu, again?
So we started a little late, Prabhu. I was having some issues, so
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's not like probably at 7:40 we started the class.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. I'm in India, so I couldn't. Yeah.
So I mean, I went through the purport, Prabhu, and a few points I was able to pick up is like how husband and wife complement each other. As a, I mean,
Hmm.
in a community, we all complement each other. I mean, that's how a community is formed, right? Like, and
Hmm.
especially within a family, we complement. I mean, husband has will acknowledge the all the effort that a wife is. I mean, um, um, executing with her day-to-day activities, the hard work she invests on the family. I mean, both complement each other,
Hmm.
so that's very important. And also, something I was able to pick up from this purport is, um, I mean, the sense gratification activities are allowed only in uh, Grihastha ashrama, unlike in other Grihomedi ashramas, right? Like where, but that too, one should regulate their activities and execute in the mode of goodness, so that you know everything goes in the service of Krishna. Even if they are engaged in the sense gratification activities, right? They should engage in such a way that uh, they can when they are in the sense gratification activities, they should beget kids such a way that they can grow them in Krishna conscious. I mean, that's
Hmm.
the service. Like everything they
Hmm.
have to. I mean, it's the Grihastha ashram has a very important role to play, right?
Hmm.
When they even though they are engaging themselves in the sense gratification activities, but if it is at the mode of goodness, right, then they can generate a good community.
So
Um,
awesome, Prabhu. Yeah.
so and in order to Varnashrama system itself is like one can elevate from the lower modes to the higher mode, which is mode of goodness, and from there one can elevate to the transcendental mode. That's
Hmm.
the purpose of the Varnashrama system, and why we choose this grow. I mean, we interest. intentionally or unintentionally, we came into Grihastha, and our job is uh, uh, to raise to that level. How we can raise to that level is by regulating our life, like regulating our life. What is the regulation of we have? Because the regulations are given when we take the shelter of spiritual master. Automatically, we get that connection. From
Hmm.
there, our life is regulated. We follow the instruction of spiritual master, and automatically we are in a regulated lifestyle.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
doing the 16 rounds of chanting in the morning, waking up early in the morning, following the Mangal Harati, and taking the shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam is very important, because inspire there is so much so in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It actually is a medicine for all kind of uh, you know diseases
Hmm.
uh, that comes within you, right?
Hmm.
So that's why, I mean, primarily I was able to see how from this verse I was able to see how to control our desires is, I mean, that can be done at the mode of goodness level, not at the other levels.
So
So
this way or that way, by following this process of bhakti, we are somehow, put into the mode of goodness belt,
mhm.
and then the elevation will happen naturally like that. Yeah. Right, Prabhu? That's
Right.
what you're saying, no? Hmm. And it's
Indeed.
very nice. Huh?
Yeah, here those 2 points are very much emphasized. What from, I mean, at least the way I look at this purport
Hmm.
by Srila Prabhupada is two things that were emphasized. Is one is acknowledging the hard work of the partners and complimenting each other, and, and performing the activities at the mode of goodness rather than uh,
Hmm.
in connection to Krishna and Guru and Shastra.
Really, this process now sounds like a very powerful and transcendental. As Balaram Prasad Prabhu already mentioned, it's not easy, but this process looks to have that regular cooperation, regular coming to the mode of goodness, and all those things are there. So it's pretty elevating.
Mhm.
Thank you, Prabhu,
Thank
for sharing your nice realizations, and excuse me again for asking you to for catch up again. Thank you, Hare
I'm
Krishna.
sorry that revealed some of my took off my pressure. I couldn't even speak before. At least I was petrified, because I am kind of pretty very too conscious about. I mean, I can speak myself, but I cannot speak in front of uh, public.
I know, Prabhu.
Especially
Me
that
too, Prabhu. I have such a
it's
challenge with
my
this Zoom call and all those things.
yeah.
You are much better. I mean, you're much better in the sense like, you have that boldness.
No, it's because of Lakshmikant Prabhu's mercy. He pushed me. He pushed me. I said, I cannot do it.
I'm sorry,
I mean, he
I
told
know,
me
Prabhu. He
yesterday.
just
Yesterday, he
pushes all
informed
of
me
us
about the.
actually.
Krishna.
I didn't check
Hmm.
the sheet, and I yesterday he texted me, tomorrow is your class. And first of all, I never gave presentations in the entire of my life. I always used to be back end. I mean, I used to support the presenters, but never did presentation.
Oh, today is the first time, Prabhu?
Yeah, today is my first time. Yeah,
Really?
of course. Yeah,
So nice.
I will tell you
Wow.
one of my story. I mean, I just taking off, but when I was asked back in my 12th grade, right? Like when I was answering all the math questions, and my math lecturer was a bit upset, and he asked me to go to the board and write the solution. And I walked towards the board, but when I got to the board, my hands were shivering like anything. I could not.
Really?
Yeah, but I'll try to improve. But thank you,
No,
Prabhu. You eased off. I mean, you and Balram Prabhu has eased off my pressure with my
mm.
first class. I hope I'll try to do better.
Thank you for sharing your nice realizations, Prabhu. It was inspiring to know about the process, transcendental nature, and the gift of this process. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, one more thing I just want to add, Srinivas and Prabhu. We are chanting every day. We are hearing Bhagavatam. We are associating with the devotees. So what is the summum bonum of all this is to surrender and service to Vaishnavas and Krishna. You are already, service mode might come as a volunteer, okay? But a person who is taking up devotional service and doing service to Krishna is the highest. We are thinking about in Kali Yuga, Kirtan is the most important thing, right? But more than the Kirtan is Vaishnava Seva is most important than Kirtan. That's what most of the Acharyas says like that. But you are in that way, you are doing Vaishnava Seva from beyond your beyond your capacity. Actually, I can see that. Beyond your capacity, you are doing Vaishnava Seva.
No, I just take inspiration. I don't know. It's
No, that is
too
what
little, but
I have seen that, Prabhu. I have seen you. That's what I'm telling you. In spite of so many things, you still do the Vaishnava Seva. That's the highest, Prabhu. Krishna will give you whatever you need to. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
it's all because of your mercy. But whatever I'm doing is too little, Prabhu. Don't glorify me. But that's because of all your mercy and inspiration from you, Prabhu. You and everyone in our congregation. And there are so many devotees working so hard for our building the congregation, and
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you so much for taking. I mean, I know you not prepared yesterday. You mentioned last time actually we put in the schedule and Maharaj came, and then I think you missed your class. So this time I think you didn't realize. So I put that in the beginning of the month. But yeah, thank you so much for the taking up and reading the verse and sharing your realizations. And thank you, Balram Prasad Prabhu and Vamshidhar Prabhu, to supporting. So it was very nice, Prabhu. I mean, few points that we got. I mean, one thing when you were sharing in the beginning, so from the verse itself, right? We cannot repay. He's saying, but I mean, for any person, I mean, most of the people in our life, right? The kind of support that we are getting in all different perspectives or different things in our life, right? So I mean, I was thinking, how do we able to repay to uh, any of them? I mean, just whom we are able to see it, right? Forget about the people whom we are not able to see, like demigods, sages, and all, right? I mean, they worship Bhutaptanranam Puttanam. So I mean, we cannot repay to the people. I mean, spiritual master and all comes way above, right? Even for the common people or day-to-day people in our life, also will not be able to repay what we are getting the benefit, right? I mean, only way, that's why it says, I mean, by serving the supreme lord, I mean, that is the way we'll be able to somehow able to help able to help ourselves, right, by repaying in that way. But otherwise, yeah, we will not be able to repay to debts any of the people who in our lives to helping us to make progress or make, I mean, so I was just thinking, Prabhu, not just wife itself, but yeah, I mean, of course, she has the bigger
welcome.
wife or husband, yeah, has bigger role to play in our life because day to day we are doing. But yeah, many things I was just thinking about. Thank you, Prabhu. Anyone has
So
any other comments or yeah, sorry, go ahead.
yeah, go ahead, Prabhu. I just wanted to tell you that
So if not, would you like to end, Prabhu?
Hare
Or
Krishna Prabhu,
yeah,
great
Vasana.
Apurva success. I just wanted to say it was such heartfelt. Whatever words you spoke was very heartfelt and sincere. So I really look forward to hearing from you more often. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you.
Can we end, Prabhu, then?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. Thank you.
That
Hare
is for
Krishna.
sure, Prabhu. We look forward every month now.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Srinivas Charan, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
We look forward for you.
Hope I'll come prepared next time. Thank you
We
so
don't
much.
want you to prepare at all and just rock yourself naturally.
Mhm.
Hari
Yeah.
bol.
Hare.
Govardhan ki jai. Hare Krishna.